even finish the sentence. How am I making light of anything?
You started with some bull.
Okay.
I have a question. When you say make America great again, which period are we talking about? The period when women couldn't vote? The period when we were hanging from trees?
I'll answer.
Or like the crack era? Which period in America are you trying to make America like again?
I actually think that I would totally rock a hat right now that said make Black America great again. Because Black America,
make America.
before,
We're talking about make
the
America. That wasn't the question.
I am answering your question.
Which period was America great that we're trying to replicate? Which era was it? Tell me.
I think I'll answer your question.
I'm
ready to answer your question.
Which era was it?
What?
Which era was so great?
Such a fraud. T.I. is just, I was just telling you before we started running, but that situation got me so angry because T.I. was the only person that I knew prior to stepping onto that stage. Kanye had introduced us maybe the year prior. We had spoken on the phone for a lot of, like, hours on the phone about what our opinions are politically.
Felt like he was trying to dunk on you a lot.
It was crazy because when I spoke to him on the phone, he was like, I agree with you on this. I agree with you on this. I mean, agreed on everything we talked about.
No debate.
No debate.
No pushback.
The only thing he says is like, I just can't get behind Trump, right? That was the only thing he ever said on the phone. I can't get behind Trump. Every other topic we talked about Black America, he agreed with. He was so kind. We got on stage and he turned into like a performer. Like he literally put on a performer. So I say now T.I. is a fraud. He's a very little man physically, and mentally he's a small man, because to do that for what? There was nothing but in that room. I was not jumping on stage being like, vote for Trump, right? I was not up there like, you got to be with Trump or against Trump. We were having a very real, honest discussion that Black America deserved to have on that stage, right? That they deserved to listen to and develop opinions. And he halted it by, acting like a goon.
Do you feel like you guys were like, I don't know, friends might be a stretch, but like if you guys were talking before, because I felt like he just met you that day.
Yeah.
And also I really felt like he just completely hated everything you said.
Yeah, and he's a liar. He's a fraud and a liar. He is such a fraud. T.I. is...
Candace Owens sat down with academics talking about T.I. back in 2019 when they was at the Revolt Summit, and she was saying prior to them getting on stage, she didn't know nobody on there but him, and she thought that they had a good relationship. They agreed on everything but Trump, because I don't know if she still is now, but in the past, she said that she's a Trump supporter and she stand behind Trump. So she said that T.I. said that's the only thing that he don't agree with is that she's a Trump supporter, but everything else they agree on. But when they got on stage, it's like he flipped the switch and just solely started talking about Trump and when was America great? Tell me right now, when was America great? And he didn't let her get a word in. And this was back in 2019, so I could barely remember like what the whole conversation was about. But just about that clip, like he was talking her down. And like as a man, he was using his voice to overtalk her. But at the same time, as a man, he's supposed to be a gentleman. Let the woman speak. I don't care if y'all have a disagreement and opinion. Let her speak. And T.I. is the last person to be doing something like this. He know all about Southern hospitality. He know all about respecting Black women. Even if she supports Donald Trump. So what? Like, Donald Trump got so many Black supporters. Who cares? Like, the enemy is the person who oppressing us, not our own skin color. Like, that's what's wrong with everybody. But she was saying he's a fraud, he's a liar, this and that. He's fake. Who knows, man? I'm just waiting for his response to come back. Because at the end of the day, T.I. is not no politician. She is a politician. Like, she's a political speaker, whatever you call it. T.I. is a goddamn rapper. So I just feel like it's a time and place for everything, man. But what do y'all agree with what she said? Do y'all feel like she telling the truth? Y'all let me know in the comment section.